Hey guys, Skittlerampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today we're going over 110 plus new Funko Pop leaks for anime and video games in spring 2026. Guys, we have so much to go over today. There's a lot of lines coming back that you've been waiting for. There's also a lot of new lines that we've never seen before and so much more. Now these lists are going to be shared over from the Scarlet Joker, so thank you so much to them. And remember guys, nothing is official until Funko does confirm them. Anything can be changed, canceled, or delayed from now to spring when these are expected. But of course, I will keep you guys updated as much as possible on all of these, so make sure to give me a follow here to stay up to date. With that being said, before we jump into all of these crazy lists, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, what is one of your favorite video games ever? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I would have to go with either Borderlands 2 or Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Those were some of my favorite games growing up. I mean, Budokai Tenkaichi 2 too, for Dragon Ball, if we're listing one more. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. This video is going to be in two parts. First part's going to be anime, and the other part's going to be the video games. Starting things off with anime, we have Togen Anki here. So this was actually a pretty big surprise because this anime only just came out and Funko already has plans for it in spring next year, which is nuts. They've been getting faster and faster at adapting new animes into pops, which is really awesome. So this includes Shiki, we also have Jin with a chase, Kuina, as well as Naito and Mikaido. So I've actually only seen, I think, the first episode or two of Togen. It wasn't like crazy drawing me in. I'm gonna give it another chance though. I've heard very mixed reviews about this anime. A lot of people are just saying it's very just fan servicing and there's really nothing there, but a lot of people also really like it. And Funko clearly sees some potential to actually make figures of this. So we will see come release time if it was all hype or if people actually want these figures. But let me know if you guys like the anime. What do you guys think about it? Now, speaking of another new anime line, we have Cyberpunk Edgerunner. So this is one I actually watched in the last few months and it was fantastic. Brilliant anime. So we have three pops, including David, Lucy, and Rebecca, and I also believe we're expected to see some exclusives. So I think this is actually the perfect list right here. I think anything further would just be unnecessary because David's awesome, obviously. Lucy's awesome, and then Rebecca is one of my favorite characters. So this is perfect. These are three core characters that deserve pops. I can't think of anybody else that would sell better than these. I will say though, Funko is extremely late to the game on this by years. They absolutely should have made these years ago when it won Anime of the Year. Next up for Don Don fans, we have yet another wave here. So this includes Okarun, Ira, Gigi, Quinta, as well as a Mystery Minis collection. I think that Mystery Mini set might turn out pretty good. There's a lot they can do there. I would love to see a little Granny, Turbo Granny there. That'd be really awesome. But yeah, so this looks like a pretty exciting wave. A lot of new characters, so that's pretty nice. Now this is probably one of the biggest announcements in today's video, which is Death Note here. So many of you guys have been waiting for a new Death Note wave, and with a Misa pop at that. So this includes a new Light Yagami, Ryuk, as well as Misa Amane and a pop premium of L. So when I think premium, usually it has extra details, so I gotta guess he's sitting in the chair. I just have to. There's already figures of it out there, so I figured Funko would adapt this eventually. So that would be perfect, to be honest. I think that would make a great updated L pop because he's always sitting down and crouching anyways. But yeah, guys, I think this is a great looking wave. It's a nice refresh of the original wave. I know some people are worried that it's gonna bring down the value of the original ones. They've already been going down. So it really doesn't bug me because they've already been going down. Most of them sell for around $100 each at this point. So you can get that set for like $400, $450 versus before it would cost you like $800, $900 for a mint set. And not only that, we're finally getting Misa, which is going to be really nice. Now, depending on how these look is going to be like the determining factor if I buy these just because I have the original set outside of Misa, obviously from this new set. So if they look good, cool. Maybe I'll sell the old ones, swap in the new ones, we'll see. But they'd have to be really good for me to even bother doing that. But I'll probably pick up Misa because I don't have her. Next up here, we're throwing this in the anime section. We have Hello Kitty Sanrio. So this includes a spooky theme set. We have a glow-in-the-dark Hello Kitty with a chase, as well as a Cinnamoroll glow-in-the-dark, Keroppi glow-in-the-dark. Then we have a Sanrio Merry Market of Hello Kitty, Cinnamoroll, and Pochako. And then finally, a Jumbo Kuromi, meaning a 10-inch Kuromi pop is coming. That's probably going to be very popular. Now, another line we're throwing in the anime section is Rilakuma, is that how you say that? So we have Rilakuma, Korilakuma, Charikoga, Kira, no. This set was not made for me to be able to pronounce this. This is crazy. But for fans of it, let me know if you're excited. I apologize. I can't say these names. Next up for Demon Slayer fans, we're getting a full new wave of Infinity Castle. Finally. Oh my gosh. Finally. So this includes Tanjiro, a new Giyu. I've been waiting for a new Giyu. I was surprised they didn't do another one soon. Akaza Kaigaku, which is a nice choice. A pop premium of Shinobu, and then a premium of Zenitsu with a chase. Will that be the first premium with a chase? Was there another premium with a chase I'm not thinking? I feel like that might be the first or maybe second. But anyways, you don't see that often. So that's interesting. Obviously, it's going to be like the lightning. It's got to be like a... like one slashing or something in the regular... I don't know what they're going to do. Either way, it's nice to see an Infinity Castle wave up finally. I was surprised they did yet another Shinobu though, but she's popular, so it makes sense at the same time. The thing is, I don't see Doma on here as a common, so I'm guessing he's going to be some kind of exclusive. Maybe with his fans, we'll see. Anyways though, it's a little bit of a wait on this Demon Slayer Infinity Castle wave, but let me know if you're excited, and let me know which other pops you'd like to see if they make another wave. Next up for One Piece, we have one pop today, and that includes a pop jumbo of Tony Chopper. So we're getting a 10-inch Chopper. Now, I feel this is a little unnecessary. It's funny because Chopper's small, so, you know, it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, the perfect opportunity for Monster Point. Like, perfect opportunity, and I feel like it's just kind of wasted here. I understand why they're doing the Chopper as a 10-inch. I just think there was a different route they could go with Monster Point. I think that would have been much better. Next up for K-pop Demon Hunters, we already have Wave 2. Wave 1 was decently big. No exclusives though, surprisingly. But this includes Arumi with a chase, Mira, Zoe, and Bobby. A lot of people were very upset that we didn't get Bobby in the first wave. Well, he's in the second wave. And then Arumi with chase. They gotta be doing something with their arm, like, markings and all that, I'm assuming. And then Mira, Zoe, probably just a different outfit. Maybe they're golden outfits, we'll see. Now, another line that's been highly requested that is back now because it was originally canceled is Mob Psycho here. And this actually includes Shigeo Kageyama with a chase and then Arataka there. So like I said, a lot of people were very disappointed that these got canceled. They are now back. Unfortunately, before you ask, Dr. Stone and Fire Force are not back. Those are still canceled. I really want to see those Dr. Stone. I don't get it. How did we get Togen Anki but not Dr. Stone, you know? Like, no hate towards Togen, I just don't get it. Dr. Stone is more popular. What's going on with that? Next up for ReZero fans, we're already getting a Wave 2 here. This includes Beatrice. We also have Crush, is that how you say that? As well as Ferris with a chase and Garfield there. All new characters, so I guess that's nice. I'm assuming we'll probably get an exclusive Subaru or Rim and Ram, possibly. I gotta guess because usually they always do the main characters in these waves, so it would be weird if they just did a bunch of new characters without some of the main characters. Moving on to a wave that I'm very excited about is Chainsaw Man Reze. I loved that movie. Can't believe IGN rated it so low. Anyways though, this includes Reze with a chase. We also have the Boom Devil as well as Angel Devil and a pop ride of Chainsaw Man and Beam. I cannot wait to see how that Chainsaw Man and Beam ride, that's gonna be so cool. I was surprised they didn't do the Reze chase with her devil mode. Like, you know, that felt like it was the perfect chase thing, and then they didn't do that. Basically, that normal Reze is just going to be a different outfit chase. And I'm like, who thought that was a good idea? Like, I'm sure it's going to sell because it's Reze, but like, maybe that's what they were going for, but like, there was an obvious chase here, you know? Either way, I'm happy that we're getting the set. I'm very excited to see if we end up getting any exclusives. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I kind of wish it was sooner though, like maybe timing it closer to the release because this movie was big. It was one of the biggest Chainsaw Man arcs so far, obviously. But yeah, at least we're getting it. Okay, final anime lineup today is Shangri-La Frontier here. So this includes Sunraku with a chase, Oikatsu, Emul, as well as Arthur Pinsogon. I haven't seen this anime, so hopefully I didn't butcher those too badly. I actually see Shangri-La requested a lot, so hopefully these sell okay. Okay guys, that wraps up several new anime Funko Pop lines expected in spring 2026. So much good stuff coming. I like that Funko's really diversifying their anime portfolio here. Okay, moving on to our video game lines, we have lots of new things here and a lot to go over. First up, we have Warhammer here. This includes Captain Justian. We also have Astra, Orc, and Eldari. never played Warhammer, but I've heard good things, and I'm excited to see what Henry Cavill does with his portrayal in that. Next up for Astrobot, pretty interesting, but we're getting Astrobot as different characters. So we have Barkster, Machine Hunter Alloy, Dad of Boy Kratos, Tooled Up Mechanic Ratchet and Clank, Jumbo Astrobot, and Mystery Minis. I'm actually curious to see how these sell, just because usually like things like this are really hit or miss. It just really depends if the fans are going to show up and if the molds are good. Next, for Mega Man fans, we have 4 new pops, including Mega Man X, Proto Man, Zero, and a pop ride of Wily Capsule. It does seem like a lot of people are really excited for these new Mega Man pops. I don't think they've done a set in a while other than the Mega Man that we got from the Funko Fusion line, so this should be fun. Moving on to Metal Gear Solid, they've been doing a lot of these lately, especially exclusives. We have Solid Snake and Liquid Snake. Moving on for Monster Hunter Wilds here, we have 3 new pops, including Athos, Olivia, and a pop super of Arkveld. I think the last set turned out pretty good, like of Monster Hunter Wild. I don't think we've had any in a very long time, but I'm sure these will look good. Now this next one's a pretty big surprise, and that was Neopets. Not something I thought Funko would make, and I feel like this is 50-50 on to how these would do, but this includes Aisha, Saibunny, Kachik, and Shoiru. I never grew up having a Neopet. I wonder if my wife did. You know, she is a year older than me, so she's practically ancient, but like, she probably owned one. I didn't though. Next up for Pokemon fans, we have some pretty fun ones. We have War Turtle, which is so exciting. We're finally almost finished with the Squirtle evolutions. We just got news about us getting Charmeleon as well as Venusaur and Ivysaur to finish off Bulbasaur and Charmander's evolution. So they gotta hurry up with Squirtle. We need all of them. 2 additional pops includes Lycanroc here, Day and Night, as well as a pop premium of Charizard. So premium, obviously extra details, so it's gotta be Charizard breathing fire or something. It's gotta be. Maybe enveloped in fire. Next up for Poppy's Playtime here, we actually knew these were coming for a while, but we finally have the list of pops. This includes Poppy, Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, and Catnap. Mommy Longlegs, that sounds weird. This whole line sounds weird. I've seen some of this gameplay. I'm just like, okay. So it's just kind of like another like FNAF style horror game. You do a bunch of stuff and, you know, try to survive. Now, personally, I'm actually kind of excited for this announcement, and that's Resident Evil. I didn't think we were going to get any new pops for a while. So this includes Leon Kennedy, Jill Valentine, Wesker, and Chainsaw Man. So as other people were saying, I was surprised they did Chainsaw Man over characters like Chris Redfield, you know? Or Ada. That was weird. I think it's cool we're getting Wesker and an updated Leon and Jill, but I think over Jill, because we already have a Jill, right? I think over Jill, we should have gotten Chris. Some of the other popular characters should have been chosen first, but maybe we'll get exclusives. Moving on to Sonic, we have a full new wave. This includes Sonic as Pirate, Tails as Mummy, Knuckles as Devil, Amy as Witch on Broom, and Robotnik as Skeleton. Now our final video game wave today includes Street Fighter here. We have a new Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Cammy, and Akuma with a Chase. A lot of people have been waiting for new Street Fighter pops. I don't think we've gotten a full new wave in a very long time. I think we have every single one of these characters though, right? So I think a couple new characters would have been good, but you know, given we haven't had some in a while, I think it's good to update some of these characters at the same time. All right, guys, so that's about 110 plus new Funko Pops expected for anime and video games in spring 2026. Lots of cool stuff. There's so much here. Make sure to let me know in the comments below what you're most excited about. Also, we're expected to get exclusives in a lot of these waves, so this is not it. We could probably get 20, 30 exclusives just here. Like, it's going to be crazy next year. It's going to be one of the biggest Funko years. I'm sure they're going all out. They're trying to boost that stock back up. They're trying to get fans' trust and respect back, and I think they're off to a really great start with announcements like these. Anyways, that's all for me today, though. Make sure to look out to the second part of this video later on in this week. We're going to be covering the new television, horror, movies, and so much more, probably sports and all that, so stay tuned on all of that. For now, though, hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to go ahead and end off the video here by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon and Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.